What's up, folks? It's your man Jay, and we back with another video. Sony, yes, folks. I mean, I got like an onslaught of messages from people about Sony. Yes, I actually was up for the event, man. It was actually just a premiere. Yes, I stayed up till 1:30 a.m. Central Standard Time to see this premiere. I thought it was. I wouldn't have stayed up if I knew it wasn't a premiere. I didn't even. I just set the reminder and kept it moving. But normally I'm up kind of late sometimes, just writing and doing some recording sometimes. So it didn't really matter. But it was a premiere. So yes, I probably would have went on ahead and kicked rocks and went to bed if I'd known it was. If I'd have been paying closer attention to see that it was just a premiere. So the Sony Xperia 1 Mark II, the Sony Xperia L4, the Sony Xperia 10 Mark II. These are all devices that are coming from Sony in the second quarter of 2020. Yes, I'm excited. I'm excited about the Xperia 1 Mark II. Some things that I wish they would just disclose up front is about the recording time, if there's limits and things like that, and we're going to continue to get these overheating messages and stuff like that. Those are things that I'm genuinely concerned about. If you're at a place like me, I have this love-hate relationship with Sony. I really need them to just squash that. The 865, and then there's also the Sony Xperia Mark II Pro, which that one they actually used, I think at the Super Bowl or something like that. They used it in some game to record, test out Verizon's 5G. But nonetheless, it is important to note that Sony is coming back with a kind of a newer design. They're giving it to us as best they know how. But one of the most important things I've seen it with the Sony phones, they're going to use a Zeiss lens now, and they also can do 20 frames per second when shooting photos. So this is important. It still has a 4K display. It has kind of a tweaked design, but it's still a 6.5 inch display, 21 by 9, 4K to be exact. But it's got a 4,000 milliamp hour battery. Now they've bumped it up from the 3300. Obviously it's got the wireless charging and things like that. So, and it's got a headphone jack, which means my Sony headphones that I use to do sound checks, like I'm checking the sound right now, these can be plugged in. So I'm super excited, because I've had these since they launched. I don't know how long ago they launched, 2.5, 3 years ago. I'm not even sure. But those are $350, and I definitely use them. But now I'll get to use them with the new Sony Xperia 1 Mark II. I think this is important. So what do you guys think about the newly announced Sony devices? I'm not going to go too far into detail about it because I don't want to get my hopes up too high. They say second quarter 2020, and we're about to be in the second quarter of 2020. They say spring, actually. So I'm really hoping that they bring the thunder. I'm really hoping they bring the thunder. I would be so disappointed if they make us wait like 6 months like they did before. But when I get the phone, I'm checking for the price. I don't have to have 5G, but I'm checking for the price. I'm checking for the video recording. Those are the most important things to me. Photos are important too, but the video recording is what's important to me. So what do you guys think about the newly announced Sony 5G phones and just the Sony Xperia 1 Mark II as a whole? I think it's going to be a hit amongst Sony fans as long as they fix some of the things that were broken on the Sony Xperia 1, because there were a few of them. It's your man Jay. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.